Let's give you a little bit of financial help. Let's get everyone kind of. I'd like everyone. So you definitely need some financial help. I can't believe it's episode 11, and I don't know if you've just noticed, but we've got another house that's just been built along this new row of houses that we've started. New row of houses that we've started along here, along the front of the river. I think that there are now 2 houses available. There are no jobs at the moment because we are sort of in almost towards the end of winter, but mid-end of winter, I suppose. Not many jobs available in town at the moment, but as soon as spring comes and jobs become available, I think some immigration might happen. Welcome, I'm the Beard, and before we start, if you're enjoying yourself in the few seconds that we've been together, less than a minute, yeah, please hit that likes button and subscribe if you haven't. Comments is always greatly appreciated. So lots to do in this episode. I think we've got another house to be built over here. I think that's this one. It's the next one in the row. And then I think what we're doing is we're hopping all the way over here to build these. And then I think we shall get going on these houses here before moving across this field, which I doubt we are going to get to before the summer period arrives. So I've kicked it a little bit down the list here. But nevertheless, these fields shall be grown. I think we've got a couple of fallow fields over here. Yep, fallow. I think fallow. Yeah, so in fact, actually, we've got only one field growing on the side. This field will be buckwheat this year. In fact, actually, let's see if we can... which one is that? Let's see if we can change that to sunflower and then buckwheat. I think that's going to be more useful. We need the sunflowers. I think out here it's largely potatoes. Yep, potatoes and sunflowers. So sunflowers and potatoes in the next crop. I think that's good. We have a lot of buckwheat. We got a lot of fish. We have a fair amount of fish, I think. How much fish do we have? Actually, what are we doing? Let's go to the economy here in the town hall and have a closer look at what we're dealing with here. Fish. Yes, here we are now. Oh, this is just exported and imported, I think. Spent. Oh, stored, produced, spent, sold, exported. Ha, cool. Alright, spent. Oh, this is just the last 2 years. I see there's 2 columns. Could use some dividers here, I think, to make this a little bit more legible. But let's have a look. Stored. Okay, last year we had naught. Oh, stored, produced. Okay. How's this? There's none stored at the moment. We produced over 1,360, and we sold quite a lot. I think so. We sold quite a bit this year as well. All right, I guess that's the way it works. Let's see if there's a fish. Yep, store. Do they shovel this across to the yes, I think they do. They run it across to be stored here and to be sold whenever it needs to be, which is good. Okay, so we have some flour or some fish in store. We need to do a lot more fishing, I think. So let's actually have a look at our fishing docks. What have we got? Let's have a look at our seasonal hiring. We can hire a total of 5. So let's on season, we actually want to hire 5 people. We want to hire 5 people on season. Here on season, we want to have 2 people working in the dock for Sheezy. These guys, we do want 2 people working. Doesn't look like they can do much at the moment because there isn't much wind. Interesting to note. You here on season, yeah, we want 2 working here, definitely on season. We can lower that down to 50%, I think. Yep, we can lower that down to 50%. Let's have a look at the wages of the farms. Are currently at 70. Yep, that's good. What are the wages here? These are sitting at 70 as well. Off season, there's no such thing over here. I think, yep, wood. I think we can actually lower this to 60 or 50. Yeah, 50 across the board there. I think these guys are sitting at 70%, which I am happy with. What are we sitting at here? We are sitting at 60% over here. In the on season, let's go to 2 and off and 4 and on, so that we can get some stocking going in here. I think that it's worthwhile having the trading post fully going. We want builders. Builders are being hired at a 70% wage, or councillors. Oh, we can't. Well, we're definitely paying councillors at an 80% wage. Builders, we are definitely paying at 50%. Yes, that's fine. I think we can have as many building wage slots open as we possibly want. It's a good idea to have builders coming in. Is there anything else, I think? Do we need to hire... No, we don't need to hire anyone for a chapel. Yeah, 50% for that. And what are we doing 50% for this? Seasonal workers for the... I think I'm going to keep seasonal work off for the warehouse and the granary at the moment. Okay, no, wait. Let's not. Let's have on season. Let's have 4 and 2. 2, yes. And let's just kick off the... those months there. Because there's nothing really growing in those months, I think. Yeah, let's do it like that, because that's coming to harvest, if that makes sense, and then people kind of move things in, out, etc. I think we hire men and women, absolutely. Here there is sort of I think definitely during winter we only need let's actually pump that up to 4 and 2. Oh, that's half compliment. That's a good idea here. It's always good to have a few people working, and 50% there as well. Shifting things across. Do we have seasonal things here? On season 2, off 1. Let's do the same thing here. On season 2, off 1. Here, off season, we have 5. On season, let's do 3. And off season is here, I think. Yeah, that looks good. Yep, I think we can slowly start balancing out how we hire people here and get things going so that there's never anyone really looking for jobs. So there's 9 open vacancies. There's always open work. I mean, that's good. We've got more houses going up here. Good. Another house. Let's actually speed things up. We want to keep things cracking along at a solid pace here. Get February out the way so that we can move into spring. Yeah, and get cracking. I think that actually what we should do now is we should actually look at speccing some of these bridges out across the river. Let's do that. As this wooden bridge here. Can't build on water. I know. But we can do this. Yes. I think uneven terrain. Can we do that? Uneven terrain. Good. Yes, there. There, I think. There. Yes, there you go. Bridge. We have planned our first bridge. And a significant bridge too, I think. Because this bridge will be the bridge that takes us to that side of the river. Now, I wonder, once we've built that bridge, can they still row underneath? I think they can. I think they can still pass underneath the bridge. I'm not sure. We shall see very soon. But we have planned a bridge. We have planned a bridge to the other side. That is good. It seems that there's still more building going on here. Trees being felled over here, which I'm happy about. Oh, that house is built. Good. We've got buildings available. I think people have moved into these houses, which is good. Open vacancies 2. That's great. There are jobs available, and it looks like everything's thawing. So we are coming into spring now. There should be jobs opening all over the place. As soon as we hit that February, March explosion of jobs, we should see open vacancies soaring here. Oh, look at that. The snow has thawed, and we're into March. And look at that. Open vacancies exploded to 52. That's crazy. That is absolutely mad. And because there are slightly higher wages on the farms go out to work. And I think we're going to do the same thing for the fishing docks as well. Slightly higher wages on the fishing docks. Get people working here. Which means that there should always be fishing boats out, because we need boats. We need fishing boats. Okay, are these fields being planted? They are. They are indeed. And looks like we have another house going up on this side. Look at this. Yes, look at this. I'm fantastically amped about that. Yes, brilliant. Another house. Rural house on this end. Look at that. This is really getting good. We are really starting now to expand, and this is starting to become a very large little settlement. This very large little industrial area square that's developing in the middle center of town is definitely developing over here. Good to see this little thicket growing out on the corner. Pine trees and dog rose bushes. Look, a little sort of cityscaping design over here. Same along the front row. Bushes and trees growing off. It's really idyllic out here, actually. Looks like we got some trees growing out the back here. There's going to be a line of trees at the back of the town hall here. The town hall pump. The original well, as it were. And I love all the trees growing around in this little market area here. Sort of like this sort of original central market. We might have to build some other marketplaces. Do we have people working? We do. We do have people working. There are people working in the windmills. There are people working in the windmills. What is the... Oh yes, they don't work during the winter months there. They are just working in there March, April. Yeah, let's actually work in April. Yeah, apply to all. Yeah, that's good, I think. So they work sort of winter and spring. In the middle of summer there's no there's no work, you know. May, June, July, August, September, it's harvest time. Focus on other things. But for now we spin for flour, which I think is keeping everyone fairly stocked up here. It looks like there's a good amount of flour in the system. There are a couple of sunflowers, reeds, nails, wheat. This is good stuff. I hope that there's going to be more fish. Is everyone fishing? Oh, yep, everyone is fishing. Everyone's fishing, and all the boats are operating. Dried fish. Yep, there's a lot of fishing going on, actually. I think... Yeah, this is really late down on the build list, so not much action on the bridge as of yet. I think we're still working on this house over here. There's no foresters to remove trees. Whoa! How did that happen? Foresters. Oh, we need to pay you a little bit of money. 60%, I think. Or 70%. Foresters are always paid a little bit more, so that there's always a couple of foresters on hand here. Especially at this time of year, so we can continue to remove trees, because we cannot not have trees removed, because building needs to always progress. Foresters are incredibly important to us. Are you making oil? No. We don't have sunflowers yet for you to make oil. But it's nice to see this line of trees here. You see, this is what I was gunning for, these tree line sections along here to sort of break things up. And I gather that as things get a little bit more hectic, we're going to start getting a little path down here a little bit more. I think as we put houses here, I think we're going to put a couple of houses here and people will travel down here. Maybe not houses. What we'll do is... Oh, hang on. Let's see what he's offering. In fact, actually, shall we buy some chickens? Shall we buy some chickens? There's no... No, we can't because there's no chicken coop. We're gonna build a chicken coop. That's what we're gonna do out here. Let's build a chicken coop. Let's build a chicken coop. It's decided. That is what we're doing out here. We're building a chicken coop. In fact, a very sad story I have to tell you. If anyone doesn't know, I actually have chickens. I have a small chicken coop at home, and unfortunately today I lost a chicken. It was very sad. She's one of the older chickens, the mama to a lot of the younger ones, and unfortunately we lost her this morning or this afternoon around lunchtime. We're not quite sure what caused her to die, but we did. So I suppose Mama Cass, this is in memory of you, this chicken coop. Very sad about that. So Mama Cass, in your memory, here is the first chicken coop of the town. And we're actually going to shift it quite far up that production list so that those trees get cleared and we build that chicken coop as fast as we possibly can, because it's very important, I think, now that we get that chicken coop up and running, because I want to buy some chickens. Diversify our food supplies here. And I actually think that what we should do is, if that's one chicken coop, we should actually probably build two, shouldn't we? I think I'm going to build the second one. Let's build the second one. Let's try and get it sort of in line with the trees here, with a little bit of a line on there. We'll move it along here and get a bit of a gap. Maybe throw a bench in between these two. So yeah, there you go. So those two chicken coops, we shall start our foray into poultry with two chicken coops over there on this edge of town. This is looking beautiful with the trees growing along here now, right in the middle of summer. Look at this. It's fantastic. What a developed little town. Well done, everyone. Look at that. Look at that. That is a roaring success. I really love the trees growing up along the back here of the trade center as well. It really gives everything a sense of gravitas, if one will. Really like it. Yeah, it's quite cool. What a town. What a town. Trees everywhere, grass. We've got more trees coming out up the back there. This is going to look good. Lots of fishermen, busy. I think we're going to start something along the lines here. These banks need a little bit more development, I feel. They're a bit sparse at the moment. In some way, we shall develop them. They shall become developed. I really like this line of houses along here. I think we're going to put a line of trees along here too. It's going to become a little bit of thicket of trees along here. Out the back. Yeah, and this house here too is pretty cool. It's good to see that someone's moved in. What are they doing? Oh, he works in construction. That's good. And I think it's also nice to see more people scurrying down this little path here. Hopefully that'll start this pathway between the fields to help it start developing, which is kind of what I'm aiming for. It looks like this chicken coop has actually... The trees have been knocked down for this chicken coop, and we can actually zero in and have a look at it being built. I think there are, at the moment, some resources being delivered. We've got clay, wood, nails. Yeah, and again, I am really still enjoying sitting and watching the slow process of these newer buildings that I have not witnessed being built before being built. So please drop a comment if you enjoy it as much as I do, and we shall continue to do this kind of thing. Find a good spot, occasionally rotate the camera, and actually have a look at how these are constructed. And actually, if I saw at the back there, it looks like we're, in this case, unique case, we have a field, And while we are having this one constructed over here, we are also having some foresters come and remove some trees over here as well, which is great. Here we go. So we've got the first elements of our chicken coop going in. It looks like, let's actually just slow it down to number 2. It looks like we've got floorboards going in. It looks like there's a sort of entranceway here with some stairs, little sort of porch area here that's developing. I think they're sort of putting in some walls. I think the clay is going to be used for some walls, I think. Very interesting little side portion that's gone out here on the side. I think there's an entrance there as well. Yes, that's an entrance there. There's an entrance in there as well. So up go the walls all of a sudden, which is great. I think that's where the chickens go in. I think this is where people come in to sort of collect the chickens and look after them. Ooh, we have lost it. We've lost it. We've lost it. What are we doing? 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 This orbital camera. There it is. And I think this is a great spot to watch the rest of it go up. And it looks like everyone's gone for a break, which is great. So we just found everything and everyone went for a break. But I do think that this is actually quite a great spot, actually, to watch the town go by. It's very idyllic out here, actually. You realize how green this town is. There's a lot of trees in this town, actually. And it looks like our chicken coop is ready. There it is. Chicken coop. First chicken coop is up and running. Construction complete. Chicken coop. We have a chicken coop. In the trees here. Right out here on the edge of the forest. Which is quite exciting, actually. Right, now, let's have a look. How do we do this? Chickens, we want chickens, so we don't actually have any. Food reserves less than a month, water reserves less than a month. Okay, cool. So we need to actually stock up food reserves before we get chickens going. So let's not actually, I think we were probably getting ahead of ourselves. We don't want to get any more chickens up very soon, although we are going to build, it looks like, that other chicken coop and have it sort of specced out there. I think that's a good idea, although it looks like we're going to have to pause a little bit on getting those chickens up and running because we need more food. Sunflower, potatoes, that's good to see that we've got some food coming in there, which I'm happy about. And in fact, actually, I think that let's actually bump these up. We can bump that field up. I think this forestry area is quite important too. It's going to help us a lot. It's going to help us plan a lot out because that's that forestry area. And I think that what that'll help us do is we can then start to sort of select individual trees like this and really begin to plan to remove them. I think it might take a while, it might seem silly, but then we can slowly start to plan to remove these trees around this area. And it looks like our coal production area really is up and running now, full speed, it seems. Wow, look at the storage of logs in our log production area over here. That is impressive stuff, I must say. I must say. So I think I'm even gonna probably bump that up again at the coop, to be honest. I'd really like to see these houses go up. There's construction in progress on this house at the moment. I still think there are vacant jobs within this town. Looks like 8 jobs, open vacancies at the moment. And we don't have any houses available, so getting those last 2 houses up and filling those vacancies I think is going to be highly important, because we do want a full complement of people in this village as soon as possible so that we can continue growing. It looks like we actually already have 84 people in this village, which is a significant number of people considering we started off with 27. That's impressive. This little town, in the 4 years since it started, has busted into quite a thing here. Quite impressive. Very, very rural still, but nevertheless impressive. And I'm impressed with what we built. Looks like another house slowly going up here. These spots out here are starting to, I think these different residential blocks that are starting to form are very interesting. I think there's going to be a a residential block that'll form over here as well. I don't know, maybe there'll be some farmlands out here as well. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I think this might happen. We'll see. I'm not sure really. But anyway, this year's, I mean, if I had to choose somewhere to live, it would be somewhere around this end of town. I really like this end of town for some reason. I think it's quite cool. Although, you know, down here is not too bad. You're in the thick of things. This is sort of downtown, central downtown here. Mayor's house. So he's got a quick way to work, doesn't he? Where's he? Mayor. There he is. Oh, there he goes. He just walks from work to. Oh, there he goes. Just round the corner. That's what he does. It's his work day. Wow. He's not very educated either, is he? Whereas good old Oleski here. Where does he work? He works in construction. Oh, he's got to walk wherever he's got to go all the way down here, doesn't he? Okay, let's have a look. Where do you live over there? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Where do you live? You live over there. That's not bad either. Yeah, everyone here seems to live quite close to work. That's good. Thick of things over there. And you, my dear man, are working as a fisherman, which is also not far. It's a fair drive. Okay, good. So everyone kind of works out where they want to live and work, which is good. We have another house up. Awesome. And it is immediately, filled. You are young, and you are a much older woman. Well, not much older, but a little bit older. Interesting. Good to see that there's no age hierarchy in the 18th century Ukraine, which I thought there would be. I mean, very progressive, I must say. I'm all for this kind of thing, but progressive in the extreme, I must say. I'm sure there's going to be some comments below about that one. So house going up here, and I think that after that house goes up, we're going to focus on this reforestation area, it seems. How many people do we have actually working as foresters? Is this an on-season? On-season, off-season, 5. Yeah, it's kind of an on-season. We still got to remove 41 trees from this area. There's a lot of removal that needs to be done. But I'm sure it will happen fairly quickly. And once that goes up, there'll be a fence that'll pop up around there, and we can start planning what we want to do with this block here. I think this block will be developed last. This is definitely going to be tailors, etc., are going to erupt here, I think. Center of town, as it were, will squish that way. Yeah, I'm not so sure. A few other things here too, I think, but maybe a park. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we'll put a park here. That could be quite interesting here. A park along this banks here. And I think there's probably going to be another bridge across here. In fact, actually, there is definitely going to be another bridge across here. So we might as well plan this one sooner rather than later. Too low. I think that's good. Let's have a look. Nope, we're going to put this more in the middle, I think. Too low. There. Yep, there. That to me feels exactly like we're going to plan that bridge. Right, cool. So we're going to go across to there as well. And that, I think, is really going to start giving this town some expansion. We'll cross there. We'll probably put a bridge across here as well. This is going to be an interesting little four-way across here. With the original part of town on this bit. I think it's quite cool, eh? I think it's quite a rad place for a little town to erupt. Where are we on the harvest here? It looks like we're on the ripening stage, so it means that we are harvesting. We're definitely harvesting. It looks like there's a lot of laborers that need to be hired. But that's not a problem. It seems that we might be able to harvest all of this. Well, this is potatoes. This is potatoes coming in. Wonderful to have potatoes coming in. Was that potatoes? Yep, that was potatoes. Well, that was buckwheat, actually. I think this one's potatoes. This is potatoes, yep. More buckwheat. There's potatoes that have come in. I think these are sunflowers that are being harvested over here, which means that we probably have oil being produced. Yep, we do, which is great to see some of our sunflower oil going into oil again. Oil is going to be very important to have sunflower oil in here. Let's lower the sunflower oil here down to 1,000. 1,000 in here. And let's actually take this down to 2,000 as well. I think that's fair enough for now. Yep, that's good. I'd rather have the food going into the village and keeping everyone sustained that way than spending it all on other things. Although we have spent quite a lot of money. In fact, let's have a look at our economy. We have spent a lot on wages and salaries so far. Although we've made quite a lot. I don't know, balance at the moment. We're lagging behind here. But having said that, it's already August here. We're going to pay a lot more in salaries this year. That's why. Alright, let's have a look at our economy. I think we might have to, let's lower that. Let's lower the basic wage down to 3. And this down to 250. Yeah, that's good. That should help us not spend so much money. Because people are wealthy, man. Yeah, man, look at that. People are wealthy. I mean, they are not poor. They are not poor at all. In fact, let's have a look at our population. Yeah, look at that, look at that. We got a very strong middle class here. Very few people sitting in this lower band here. So very strong middle class, very wealthy. I mean, this is a very good balance here. I mean, if this is first, this is upper class, this is middle, this is lower, and this is very poor. We're doing pretty good here. Okay, cool. I mean, look at that there. I mean, that's I'm pretty stoked about that. That's a healthy band of people to be living in. Between that 40 to 100 mark. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. That's not a problem. I don't know who the people are who live in the lower financial bands. Where are those? Where are the people who are living below those financial band? Everyone here seems to. Oh, you're not doing so well. Let's give you a little bit of financial help. A little bit of financial help. Let's get everyone kind of. I'd like everyone. So you definitely need some financial help. I'd like to get everyone kind of into that band. Yeah, there you go. No poor people. Right, I'm happy with that. A little bit of a yep. That's where we kind of want to be. That's the type of society we want to live in. Communism for the win. And I think that's where we're going to end this episode. Having spent some money to financially help some people for no apparent reason because communism. We have some bridges planned out on either side, although they are quite low down on the build list. We've got a chicken coop coming, some more houses, and we definitely have food rolling in. And I think that we need to start trading for some more food, perhaps trying to sell some charcoal. No one's tried to buy charcoal yet. And yeah, that's the end of this episode. For finding our feet, I think. Finding our feet fairly quickly. And I must say that it really does look stunning, this little town that we built. As always, leave a comment below, let me know what you think. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't, share with your friends, and I'll see you tomorrow for episode 12. This is going fast, I can't believe it. Thank you for joining me. I am the Beard, signing out.